What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Checkpoint. This is the bi-weekly gaming podcast that
One
we do.
week to Switch.
Holy crap! That was Marley. That was Marley over there that just said that.
Hi.
And we got Nate here as well.
Hi.
And today we're going to be going over one particular topic regarding digital games. But before we get into that, let's get into what we've been playing recently. Marley, lead off on that front.
I've been kind of on a self-imposed video game fast. That way when the Switch comes out, I'm like extra thirsty for Zelda and video games. I've been messing around in Overwatch here and there, but honestly, like I said, I've just been weaning myself because I want to dive into Zelda. It was just like full force.
Have either of you still been playing Fire Emblem on mobile?
Nope. Yes, I pick it up every once in a while. But
okay.
I'm not playing it regularly. I play it when I'm bored.
Okay, so Nate, you've
I've
dropped off.
I've opened it maybe once in the past 3 weeks.
Gotcha.
It's not enough.
Have you been playing anything regularly, Nate, recently?
Just Ocarina of Time. And
Ocarina of Time, some Overwatch here and there.
Some Overwatch, and that's pretty much it until,
Horizon.
Whenever I load this up on YouTube, I'll probably have Horizon.
Comes out Tuesday, right?
Yeah, which is when we're going to upload this, so yeah.
Woo!
I want that game
I'll be playing
too.
it immediately.
Yeah.
I want it so bad.
Horizon's been getting super good reviews. Zelda Breath of the Wild's been getting really good early impressions. March is a great month.
What
and
about
also
you,
not much
Carson?
sleep is going to be coming our way, I think.
No, that's for sure. What have you been playing?
I've been playing a decent amount of Halo Wars. So I threw up a quick Let's Play of the first mission. But that first mission doesn't really show what's happening in the game a lot.
Right.
All I'm controlling is the Warthog in the first mission. So the actual gameplay is like controlling lots of units and strategically placing them and moving them towards enemy bases and stuff. So I've been mainly playing the campaign though. And the campaign's really good. It's just like Halo Wars 1. There's a little bit extra complexity to it.
Right.
But I love that game because it maps an RTS to a controller. And to me, I could just never get into like Age of Empires was fun, but I feel like I probably wasn't getting into it like hardcore. Like I probably was missing a lot because it's so complicated. Those games are so complicated.
I have always been bad at them, except for Pikmin.
So like the console RTS is so cool for anyone that doesn't know RTS real-time strategy. It's just I'm having a lot of fun with it. What sucks though is I feel like I'm not going to be able to really get into it like I used to back in 2009 with the regular one, the original, because there's so many games coming out in March.
There's a lot coming out in March.
There's so much.
So many games, so many movies.
It's probably just going to be a game that I might be able to beat the story before Breath of the Wild comes out, but after that I might just have to come back to it and play it here and there. It has some really awesome modes. Like it has a Blitz mode where it's basically like a card game in a sense, where you unlock card packs, and then the card packs are the units that you get. Mm-hmm. So in Blitz mode, it's like waves of enemies coming at you, and then you get cards, hands dealt to you.
That's cool.
Then you can pick your card, and that's the unit you get. So there's a bit of randomness to it, so you can build decks.
That's cool.
That's
it's
cool.
It's interesting.
I
want to get into that more and see how far I can last. Because I threw it on, and it was like early, like I barely had played it much.
Yeah.
I wasn't back in the swing of things. But I'll say this, I was telling Nate earlier, one mission, there was some huge slowdown on the Xbox One. This game's putting out 1080, 60 FPS, and my one mission started like stuttering. It didn't freeze, but it was like going one frame every like 5 seconds at one point.
Like, that's terrible.
It was really bad. And that was the only really bad part that happened, but that's enough to break your experience.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Well, yeah, that's one frame every 5 seconds.
Yeah, it lasted for probably over a minute, too.
That sucks.
So what I did was I pressed start, waited for that for like 30 seconds, and then saved my game really quick. It let me save my game still, even though it was struggling so much, and then just waited it out. It finally was able to like come back, but that was like really bad.
Yeah, it sounds
So I think it's pushing the Xbox One a bit.
Yeah. March is gonna be insane. Like,
Yeah.
we got Zelda. I'm gonna whenever I eventually beat that, I have to beat it by the end of the month because the end of the month is Mass Effect.
Right.
I also would like to play Horizon.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna have time for this.
So, I don't. So I've laid out the plan.
Are you quitting work? Because that sounds like the only way it's gonna happen.
No. So here's my plan. I'm not gonna try to 100% Zelda my first playthrough. So I'm gonna play as much of it as I feel I need to. Obviously, beat the main story.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that'll take me all of March. With Horizon, the thing I'm most interested in is the story. So
Right.
I think I'm gonna, when I play Horizon, I'm gonna focus on that
Yeah.
and just, I'll visit Zelda here and there just to do some quests off on the side. But if I'm just focusing on the story mode in Horizon, I think I can get through it in a decent amount of time. Then the end of month is Mass Effect.
Yeah.
You're talking about beating a game a week and a half, 2 weeks max.
Well, listen, Mass Effect I'm not going to be worried
No.
about beating on a timeline.
No.
Mass Effect's
But-
not an open world game either.
So yeah,
Something
it
to
won't take,
consider. So
True.
it's a lot more progression based. Like,
No, it is. I'm looking forward to that so much.
or it won't happen and I'll get to Horizon eventually.
That sounds more likely.
It's just going to suck having to avoid spoilers for that.
Like, not
'Cause you
coming
know the
anywhere near me.
The reveal for what happened to Earth in that game is gonna be huge.
yes.
I'm gonna come yelling it and run downstairs yelling it at you.
There will be a murder.
There will be a murder.
I really wanted to try For Honor really bad.
Yeah, and we missed the open
And we missed the
beta.
open beta. I was slightly tempted to buy it, but I'm going to wait for that to be in the bargain bin
Definitely.
and probably pick it up later. It looks really cool. Like,
R.I.P. to me ever getting around to playing Nier Automata. I'm sorry, Platinum.
oh, that sucks.
I love you, but I don't know when it's gonna happen.
There's always gonna be a downtime between games.
That's true.
After
That'll be a
March.
game you can get for cheap, I bet. Like,
Probably.
in a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Definitely.
That game looks really cool.
Because I love Platinum, and
Yeah.
they probably need the sale after
Yes, I think-
Scalebound. And
yes.
Or
And
Scalebound.
poor Nier Automata. When does that come out? Is it in March sometime?
it comes out this week, I think.
Oh,
Coming up.
no.
So
Yeah.
against Horizon.
Against Horizon and Zelda.
That is really unfortunate.
Like,
for them.
that's such an unfortunate launch spot.
R.I.P.
I wish it could have come out in the summer, which is a famous
Yeah.
downtime for games. Like, that would have
Yeah.
been, that's a perfect summer game.
They should have.
Yeah.
They
I'm,
totally.
well, I'm guessing they didn't know when it was coming that two powerhouse, they were going to be sandwiched between two powerhouses.
Yeah.
It sucks for them.
Yeah.
It is so terrible.
Poor soul.
Because I feel like there's a lot of crossover between the audience for those games.
Yeah.
And most people are gonna choose either Horizon or Zelda. I mean, I'm gonna. Like, I love you, Platinum, but I'm gonna pick Zelda.
Maybe they should have tried to get it out like early February. Because
Yeah.
that was before any of the big games started hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there was Neo, which was like mid-February.
Yeah, but even that is
But-
super niche.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it for the games, right? That we've been playing.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll be coming right back after the quick break, but we're going to be talking about the trend of games going digital, and we'll see you in a little bit. All right, everybody, we're back from a quick break, and like I said before, we're going to be talking about the trend of games going digital. And what prompted me thinking about this was I was just talking about Halo Wars 2 before the break, and there was this story that broke. One of the headlines read, Halo Wars 2 physical release canceled in North America. That was the headline, okay? It was, I started freaking out. I was like,
Clickbait.
this
as
is like
fuck.
5 days before the game comes out. They can just cancel the physical
That would suck.
game?
No.
Like, the game's have been printed at this point,
Yeah.
you know?
It went gold.
It
Yeah.
went gold. So this, like, all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, Halo. I've been telling a lot of people that I think Halo is really starting to die, kind of.
Yeah.
It's not nearly as popular as it used to be. Like around Halo 3, I think was the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's slowly, I think, been declining ever since. And I was just seeing, I was like, well, this is a decline of Halo happening. Microsoft is going digital because they want to get all the profit, because what happens is if they make a physical game and they put it out in the, GameStop gets a cut of that.
Yeah.
And then like the publisher gets a cut of that too.
Excuse my voice crack. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried.
I'm a growing boy.
You're not growing much.
Fresh into the new stages of manhood.
So, as I was just saying, what was I saying?
You were worried about. Oh, you were explaining the GameStop gets a cut of profits.
Yes, GameStop gets a cut of the profits, and if a publisher just makes it digital, they get everything, and of course the developer gets some too.
Yeah.
But I think digital, it's going to be great for the publishers and developers because they're going to get more money out of it. And honestly, it might make games cheaper, too, potentially. Probably not.
No, it won't. I mean,
But-
maybe like $10 cheaper, which is, I mean, $10.
Still
but-
something. I'm not saying all games that were $60, like the norm is $60
Right.
now. I'm not saying that's all of a sudden going to go down across
Right.
the board. But maybe like the smaller games, such as like Ori and the Blind Forest was like a downloadable game.
Mhm.
That was always going to be digital. That, is like, it was $20.
Yeah. Well, I know
Um,
the reason that digital games and physical games are priced the same is because when digital games started happening, physical media was obviously still the more popular option, and you didn't want to underprice your digital copy because that would get your retailers angry.
Right.
yeah.
Like you said, though, like we seem to be moving towards more of that direction. I think the second that digital media does become the more popular option, I think we do see a price decrease.
Which will
Yeah.
suck because I like physical copies.
I don't think they'll ever go away completely.
No, but if it's cheaper to buy it digitally, why would I buy, like, as much as I like the physical copies?
I mean, it's the same reason why. I mean, I like vinyl, so I'll buy a record on that.
Well, yeah.
I'll buy a record that way, and it's more expensive, but I like having the
Yeah.
record, and
Sure.
I know it'll come with a digital copy of
Right.
the CD in it.
Also, before we get too far into this, I want to say that title that I was talking about for Halo Wars 2, actually very clickbaity, because when I went into the article, it said Halo Wars 2 physical edition canceled for the Ultimate Edition, which is like their collector's edition.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's totally different.
They just forgot that
Got
part.
me
in the
to,
title.
yeah, right.
They
Totally.
just chose not to mention that it was for a single version.
Got me into the article though, which is what they needed, I guess.
Yeah, you got your click.
Would that be?
But that triggered me so hard. I was like, wow. But yeah, so if I had asked you guys, what do you think is the single most thing holding us back from just switching over to digital like tomorrow? Like what would I have a good idea in my head. I'll say it real quick. I think storage, honestly.
Storage
Like,
is a big part
If
of
they
it.
all of a sudden made all games digital the next week, people will be scrambling for storage devices and stuff.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, like small storage devices, like we saw on the Switch, we get micro SD cards. A 200 gigabyte micro SD card is like $80.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
No, it's not.
So I think, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like we could
That's-
get cloud saves and
I
stuff.
think-
Maybe I don't know.
There's still a decent amount of people who don't equate having something digitally to actually owning it. And I think that's a big thing too.
Yeah.
And what's Nintendo doing? What's their plan? You can have the subscription service online, and then they'll give you a game
For a month.
for a month, and then it'll go away. I think
Yeah.
that a lot of people don't like that because they feel like they should own the games, like in a way,
Yeah.
right?
Well, there's this ongoing fear that you own it digitally, but at any time they can, I don't know, they
You're
take it away.
basically renting it.
They'll take it away from you,
Yeah.
or I don't know, the terrorists will shut down the internet, and then you won't have your stuff anymore.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Which I like.
if something happens to your account or something like that, and all of a sudden everything that was linked to your account,
Yeah.
all your games, you can't access any of your
Yeah.
games.
Exactly.
Like that happened to my Xbox once, where something got corrupted. The licensing on it got corrupted, and all of my arcade games didn't have the right license on them anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had to go in and format things and reset things up before I was able to play any of my arcade games again.
Oh, that's awful.
And that wouldn't happen if I just had discs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not to mention download times also for digital games. You gotta like that's an extra thing you gotta wait for.
Yeah, you got download times, but how long are those install times?
Install times.
I remember when Destiny was coming
Those
out, Taken
huge
King.
install.
I hadn't played Destiny since vanilla, so I hadn't kept my game regularly updated. I had to rebuy it.
Right.
I didn't get to play for a day and a half.
Wow.
Jesus.
And
we have really good internet back. This was back when I was living with my parents. Like I was connected to Wi-Fi, but like we pay for like the best possible internet we can, just because we have so many devices between all of us. And everything else, my computer, my parents' iPads, super fast, but it took so long.
Right.
Yeah,
No one wants to buy a movie and then wait 15 minutes for it to download before you can watch it.
So I think that's another thing that kind of holds people back. You know, internet speeds vary greatly over. Talking about the United States mainly.
Well, we famously have, I think, some of the slowest internet of a developed country.
Here at our place, we have about 150 megabytes per second, which is really quick. Download times are really quick too. So I think we're on like the higher end for sure. But I know a bunch of people, like if you're in a rural area, you can't really get access to those kind of speeds.
Well, even, alright, so if they get rid of physical copies altogether and just go straight digital, you're cutting out, I don't know what percentage of your customers who, you're basically making your Xbox, your PlayStation always online.
Now,
you're always going to have to be connected to download your game.
It's true.
What if I don't have internet?
And then outages and stuff
outages, or even outages. All right, so you have to wait a day or two to play or to download. But if I don't pay for internet at all,
no, I think it's fair definitely to bring up a lot of games will give you the option to pre-download or what's the term?
Preload.
You can preload them. Yeah,
preload them, which helps if you're on top of the ball and you know the game you want to get.
It's coming out on a certain day.
Yeah. But not everyone is that informed on that kind of stuff and ready to preload. Like,
well, and some games don't do it.
Yeah.
Like with Nintendo, it was like pre-download this one, can't pre-download that one, pre-download this one.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I personally, I am mainly physical for games,
Same.
but I'll say in 2016, I got into like PC gaming way more than I ever have, mainly because of Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
But Banner Saga 2 came out as well. I played Oxenfree, and I've gotten a few digital games on my Xbox before and my Wii U, but I would say Steam is really cool because my library is there. My saves are
all there.
So if I have to uninstall a game, it's still there. I just have to reinstall it eventually.
Right.
So I think, which I guess is like technically cloud like saves and stuff like that. Like that is really nice. I gotta say, unless it gets corrupted, which happened to Might and Magic. Do you remember? My Xbox One cloud save got corrupted,
and you couldn't load anything.
and I couldn't load anything anymore. Like, so that's a thing too.
So I'm mainly physical with my home consoles.
Yeah.
My PS4, I own most of my games physically, and then I own like 2 or 3 big retail games digitally.
Yeah.
My handhelds, however, I'm all digital. I made that decision on my 3DS when I got Fantasy Life was my first digital game, and I was like, this is super convenient. I don't got to keep track of anything. I don't have to worry about losing carts.
Yeah.
With my Switch, which is, a home handheld hybrid, I'm going to go all digital with that, with the exception of Zelda.
Yeah.
This will be my first, home console that I go all digital with.
Yeah. So you're going to have to get a micro SD card.
I am.
A pretty freaking big one. Or constantly be deleting old games.
Yeah, well, so right now, since obviously at launch there's not a ton.
Yeah.
Right now I'm not gonna get one just because I there's not much else that I want besides Zelda and Bomberman.
Yep.
I will be getting a bigger SD card soon, but Nintendo is famously good at condensing their games.
I think a good plan. I might have talked to you about this before, Marley, but I think a good plan for the SD cards, the price on those is always going down. because they're always releasing higher capacity ones.
Right.
Like 2 terabyte is a thing now. It's not actually out yet, and it's gonna be super expensive. But there's 1 terabyte micro SD cards.
It'll drop in price.
They're dropping in price. So 500 gigabytes, they'll drop in price. It keeps dropping in price. So by the time like when Mario Odyssey comes out, or maybe Splatoon, they might be cheaper.
Oh yeah.
So I think I might, for me personally, I might be able to wait until Mario Odyssey around there. And plus I'm buying physical, so it's not too much of an issue for me. But like Rhyme, for instance, I might buy that digitally if it's possible. Like I'm not really dying to have a physical copy of Rhyme per se. And to me it almost feels more like a digital game. I'm not sure, like but I think we can definitely wait on the SD cards for the Switch
I think that's
for a little
definitely
bit,
the better option.
and hopefully the price will come down a little bit, and I might get like a 256 gigabyte one or something. Hopefully, maybe for $60.
That'd be nice.
That wouldn't be too bad.
No.
Yeah, Nate, what's your experience been like?
I mean,
using Steam and stuff.
Steam's great. Like, it's the only place I do digital.
Yeah.
Because of just convenience and
the amazing sales.
The amazing sale. That's really it. Like those sales and just having everything consolidated to one spot on my computer makes life so much easier. But for consoles and handhelds and all that stuff, I will always buy physical copies.
Yeah.
Like it's too easy for games to get corrupted or run out of space or having to just deal with deleting and reinstalling and like if I want to play a game that I just it's on my shelf, I can go grab it and put it in and play. Instead of okay, I want to play this game. All right, where is it on the store? I got to re-download it and wait another however many hours before I can play. And by the time it's done, I'm like, do I really want to play this game anymore? So I will probably never switch to digital.
Switch?
I will punch you in the face so hard.
Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, it is a weird thing. Like, if the physical copies went away, I think I would be sad initially.
They never will, though.
Say storage wasn't an issue, though. Like, if storage wasn't an issue and, say, download times wasn't an issue, if they went away, I think I'd be sad initially. But at the end of the day, I still get to play my game.
Well, I don't think...
And it would be one of those things I'd get over really quick. I think, you know what I'm saying?
I still say that it'll never... Oh, not never, because it might. But the reason it probably won't ever happen is due to the fact that there's a big group of people who don't have good internet or internet at all, and you're going to just piss them off to the point where they're just not going to buy your shit.
Yeah.
Or they won't be able to play your games because they can't download them. So there will always be physical copies. They might not make as many of them.
Right.
But
it'll be like vinyl.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
vinyl's still a thing. It's
Vinyl's
coming back.
Vinyl's still a thing. It's big in collectors' circles.
Yeah.
Not much outside of that, though.
Yep.
They'll probably sell... Maybe the physical games will start going for a slightly more premium price.
No, because you can still buy CDs.
That's true.
For a decent price. Vinyls are expensive because of the printing. And the collector's side of it all.
Yeah.
Well, if you just want the game or want the music and you don't have online access, you just buy a CD at a store.
What I think will be really interesting next gen for PS5 or I don't know what Xbox. I don't know what Microsoft's their plan is. Scorpio, but
Xbox
they're not.
95.
They won't say it's the next gen console. They won't say it yet.
No, they won't.
So it'll be interesting to see what those two companies do if they make a push for more digital games. It'll also be interesting to see if optical media, which means like CDs, what happens to them.
Yeah.
Because as we can see, the Switch is going cartridge based, which is it basically gets rid of install times. You don't have to install the game because the transfer rates are so quick.
Yeah, I think that was a smart play.
And I'm pretty sure the reader, like optical readers in hardware like the Xbox and PS4, they take up more space in those systems.
Right.
I'm pretty sure the reader for like micro SD card or like SD cards was basically what the Switch games are on.
Yeah.
It's just a lot smaller. It's just more compact. Like the size of the Switch, that thing is so thin. It's thinner than an not an Xbox, a Nintendo 3DS, new 3DS, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is. It's insane. It's oh my gosh. So I don't really have anything else to add towards digital games. You guys have any closing thoughts? on that front at all.
It's we're just like in a weird in between spot right now,
which could last a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let us know what you think of the digital. I don't want to call it revolution because, as Marley just said, it's
hack the planet.
Hack the planet. It's going very slowly. I think we're seeing more and more digital buyers, but physical is going to always be around, like Nate was saying.
Yeah.
So just let us know in the comments section what you think of all this. Again, the Checkpoint is our weekly gaming podcast. Bi-weekly. I just want to make that sure. Bi-weekly. I'm pretty sure I said that at the beginning. It was bi-weekly. Yeah, but that's our bi-weekly gaming podcast here on the Geek XP. And it's not always just going to be Marley, Nate, and I. We might have Brandon or Kyle on, and maybe even a random guest, too, potentially. So look forward to more Checkpoint guys in the future. Bi-weekly, like I said. And we'll see you guys.
Wait, we gotta...
Oh, yeah.
Twitters and stuff.
Our handles. All right, so you guys can find me on Twitter at Carson_save.
You can find me at Rebellious Ewok, and on Instagram, Rebellious Ewok as well. I got them both to be the same.
Look at you.
And
that's awesome.
Keep tuning in because Carson's brought this up in some of his videos. I brought it up, but we're doing a giveaway to celebrate the launch of the Nintendo Switch. So we've got some cool Nintendo goodies to give to you guys. We'll be unveiling what those are March 3rd in our Switch and Zelda unboxing.
Yes.
So look forward to that. We'll put a link on how to enter in the comments below.
Yep. Nate, can they find you somewhere?
They finally can.
Oh, shoot.
I know, right? At the Great Goldstein, because it's an old-ass account.
And, of course, you can find us all here at the Geek XP on YouTube.
Subscribe, like, share.
Do all of those things.
Comment.
Yep. And you can find us on Twitch, too, at the Geek XP Live, right?
Yes.
So, thanks, everybody, for watching or listening, and we'll see you at